This is the story of Malti, a widow in an Indian village with no hope and no future. She came to attend a workshop exchange on bamboo at the volunteer program for artisan support. She quickly acquired new skills and began to make products. The program arranged a stall for her at a local fair. She sold everything she had made. This gave her fresh courage and confidence. She began a new life, not only doing well herself, but training others. Today, she is an executive committee member of an artisan-led federation. Her story is our story. Her success is our success. Her future is our future. Because artisans are very central to our destiny in more ways than we can even begin to imagine. Artisans are the culmination of centuries of human history. Across the world, in a variety of situations, they represent synergies between local culture, environment, skill levels, and social organization. Their life and work is subtly stranded by the threads of a functional family and social interaction, beauty and dignity. This fragile beauty and the integration it represents is now facing extinction at the hands of the mindless monoculture of machines and mass production. Under the auspices of the UN, supported by its voluntary arm, UNV, the Program for Artisan Development in South Asia, or PADSA, is a pioneering attempt to bring artisans and all they and their lives represent into sharp focus. It is an initiative that started in November 1992 at villages located in 4 countries: India, Nepal, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka. It emphasized interaction and exchanges between diverse artisans and underlined the importance of the barefoot expert, suggesting that artisans themselves could solve the problems of other artisans. It also experimented with national UN volunteers to gauge their effectiveness vis-à-vis traditional international UN volunteers. Who or what is an artisan? An artisan is a person who uses skills and natural resources to earn a sustainable and eco-friendly livelihood. To us, however, the word points to a whole lifestyle and symbolizes the interdependence between the artisan and the world at large. Because theirs is a grassroots world. Working to help them become unified and strong promotes employment, helps women, and protects the environment and the diversity of cultures. In a world that is increasingly plastic and standardized, preserving the biodiversity of skills is as critical as preserving the biodiversity of flora and fauna. What lessons did PADSA learn? The developing of systems and institutions was badly needed, like warehousing, transportation, banking. We also discovered that volunteers were the key, and that voluntary professionals working part-time could make a dramatic difference. Perhaps the most important thing we learned was that the formulation of just policies was critical. One policy made in a distant boardroom could spell disaster for countless people. For instance, even today, the poorest artisan pays $700 for 700 bamboos. The paper industry gets 700 bamboos for just $15. That's discrimination 50 times over. Based on the experience gained by PADSA, the Inter-Regional Volunteer Program for Artisan Support, IFPAS, was formed to focus on one critical element: It's centered around the crucial need to create a global voice for the artisan. How did IFPAS work towards making this happen? By initiating a transnational process to link artisans, artisan associations, and people working with them in the South, connecting with sympathetic organizations, friends, and volunteers in the North, no matter who they were or where they worked. Organizations, policymakers, the corporate sector, multinational companies, financial institutions, the media, anyone who empathized with the cause. IFPAS is working on the formulation of directions and suggestions for increased international collaboration in the artisan sector to help evolve a viable development alternative, and on experimental pilot programs to change our consciousness in the fields of media, education, tourism. Through research, more efficient organization, legal empowerment, and finding newer markets for the artisans' creations. IFPAS has extensively documented the lives of artisans the world over on slide and film, and raised awareness through articles, brochures, and audiovisual presentations. Taken talented craftspeople to schools to show children used to three-finger education the dignity and wonder of 10-finger education. Developed tourist circuits with artisan support. Initiated research programs on subjects ranging from vegetable dyes to the benefits of mud cups over plastic cups. Acted as the implementing agency for the UNDP-supported Artisan and Diverse Lifestyles Eastern India program, under which artisans have started their own organization called Karudyan. Supported legal intervention by giving bamboo artisans access to legal advice to help them combat discriminatory pricing vis-à-vis the paper industry. Set an example by exclusively decorating clubs and offices with artisan products. All this has been possible because of the voluntary efforts of hundreds of friends across the globe. What has been achieved so far has created no great waves that the world takes note of. Our achievement so far is just a drop in the ocean. But the ocean is made of drops, and the process is exponential. In a world of dissolving boundaries and vanishing frontiers, in the wake of cyberspace and the internet, this is truer now than it has ever been in the annals of recorded history. There are many ways to contribute to the artisan movement, whether one is an activist or an entrepreneur, a bureaucrat or a cobbler, a professional, a housewife, or an itinerant magician. Each one of us has a way in which we can contribute our way. There's only one world, and it's ours. If we don't reclaim it, who will?